Hello, my beautiful friends. Happy Easter. It's been a busy day here. Eating, doing more eating. Did a lot of eating. But I want to tell you a story. So I know that when I tell people stuff, they often look at me and isn't she cute? She believes all this nutty stuff. And I don't care if you believe in my nutty stuff or not. But I had a moment. I think Suzanne Geisman calls them like shutter moments, or uh, like goosebump moments. I'm gonna link her down below because it's a really good series, and you've all had these these times when these things happen, and you're like, wow, that was spirit. That's a sign. I'm not great at paying attention to spirits because I'm not that observant of a person in the physical world. I'm an academic, and so, I'm always like reading and taking notes and doing things like that. And so I often discount signs when I see them. I discount them, and my rational brain, my academic brain, goes like that's, there's like a plausible reason for that or whatever. So this morning, I was sitting in my easy chair and I was very sad because my parents have both passed many years now for both of them, more for my mother than my father. And and I was just very sad, and I get sad on the holidays because I miss them. And Easter was their favorite holiday and mine. So I was just missing him, and I said, Spirit, please show me a sign, and please, you know, how come everybody else can see signs? How come Suzanne Geisman sees signs like every 30 seconds and I see nothing, you know? And then I was reminded that last year I felt the same way, and that was rarely new in my spirituality last year. So I remember that last year, like I was thinking, like, please show me a sign, and I never see any signs, and I want to know my parents are with me. And I opened the door of my house, and on the porch were two cardinals. Now, I live in the mountains, but I don't see birds that often I never see birds on my front porch. But I don't often see birds around. I hear them, but I don't often see them real clearly. These were two cardinals on my front porch. So I was remembering that today, and I was like, please just show me a sign, anything, and make it so that I will actually see it, because I will like miss it, and I won't believe it's a sign. So I was crying, and I was kind of like not napping, but sort of napping. I was getting ready for church and whatever, and so in my head I hear, go to the door. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go to the door. And I opened the door, and then my neighbor, there was one little blackbird in her front yard. It's fenced in because she has a dog. And then all these other all these other blackbirds joined it. And then a cardinal sat on the branch, flew in and sat on the branch of my butterfly bush. And it was ginormous. Like, I have never seen a cardinal this big before. And the weight of the butterfly bush couldn't hold it, so it flew off. And I was like, and as it had landed and flew off, this crow was crowing, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I look up, and the birds had flown away, but three of them went up to a wire and were sitting together. And that number is significant to me, for my loved ones. So I was like, okay, that is definitely one of these moments that Suzanne Geisman talks about, because I never see birds and I never see cardinals except on Easter, apparently. And it was this big, I mean, you could not miss this cardinal. It was huge. And the crow, it was like, you're gonna see it, you're gonna hear this thing, you're gonna know it's us. And I was like so thankful to Spirit, so thankful to Spirit. And then later on in the day, I was outside, and three blackbirds flew super low, right past me. I was standing on the porch, and they flew like right by our little pond, flew right by me and went up into the tree, and then flew back by me the other way. And I was like, it was these three blackbirds, and I was like, okay, all right, Spirit, I believe you. So if you see signs I know it's so easy for us to discount them and be like, well, that's a coincidence or whatever. I never see birds outside my house. They are not, I feed the birds, so like I'll put food out for them and then I expect to see them, but I've been out of bird food for a while, so like they weren't eating. They were like it was amazing. It was just beautiful. And then I just felt my parents' presence with me. So I hope you have signs, and if you have any good ones, like put them in the comments below because I would love to hear them. And I was just so excited that Spirit just really like made it obvious to me, and like it was like a rock in the head. There you go. Here's your sign. And it was just such a wonderful thing on my favorite holiday, and I know my family is with me. So I'm wishing you all the very best tonight, love. Be well. Bye-bye.